Thank you, Bridget. It looks like Shockwave. Watch yourself. That'll be interesting. Thank you. Please take your seats. Take your seats. Thank you to everyone who has made tonight so amazing. Ashley, Meg, or the designers, the performers, the volunteers. This has been a mind-blowing night. I'm like outside of myself. I do like musical theater, as has been mentioned. And so I wanted to sing a little. 11,296,800 minutes. Where does one even begin after so many minutes? So many stories. They told me I could keep it tight and light, but after sitting through this very modest evening, it's hard not to sound like the legend everyone came here to celebrate. But truly, what's hard is putting into words what this place means to me. When we started, I wasn't thinking about legacy or longevity. I had no experience running a theater, as many people have said tonight, let alone a nonprofit. And Jenny's right, we had no idea what we were doing. And that turned out to be the secret sauce. From day one, Ars Nova wasn't trying to be an institution. It was an artistic playground, a place for wild ideas that no one else would take a chance on. We didn't aim to make hits, we aimed to build a community, to say yes, to be the what ifs in a world full of probably nots. We took swings and some of them connected, and some of them were learning experiences. But each one was an opening, and those openings added up. And somewhere along the way, and amid all the pizza and beer and those crazy New Year's Eve parties, we accidentally built something that lasted. Not because we played it safe, but because we didn't. What Ars Nova has become will outlast any single show, any single season, any single leader. So here we are. Looking back, I owe so much to the remarkable people who believed in me before I even knew what was possible for myself. People like my performing arts high school teacher, Rich Schreier, who, as Zach said, he said, "You're not the lead, but you're probably the director." And then he took me under his wing. Our dear friend Ian Faulkner, who you just heard about. Ian first showed me New York City. He opened my world in countless ways, maybe the most significant being introductions to queer nightlife, and some of my greatest creative inspirations turned friends, John Cameron Mitchell, Stephen Trask, Justin Vivian Bond, Steve Sondheim. And I had colleagues, Nina Essman, Julie Taymor, Jim Nicola, Michael Greif, Mandy Hackett, who said, "Learn from me. You belong here." I can't list every name and tell all our stories tonight, but I feel blessed to have so many of you in this room. You each brought me to revelations about myself that gave me the confidence to step into this role. You instigated my curiosity and drive to foster the next generation just as you had for me. Thank you. Jenny and John, it's impossible to remember life before you, and honestly, I don't want to. What a wild ride this has been. Having just turned 21, I arrived in New York City like a kid in a candy store, full of ambition, endless stamina, somewhere between Dick Van Dyke in a musical number and Mary Richards tossing her hat in the air. But what I didn't let people see, and as Zach so beautifully shared earlier, I was carrying something so heavy. I was finally starting to process the immense loss of my father, and just as I moved across the country to start a new chapter on my own. And that same month, Jenny, you lost Gabe. We wouldn't meet for another 6 years, but I've come to believe that kind of heartbreak shaped us both in ways that helped us find each other. It gave us a shared language, a deeper sense of urgency, a need to make something joyful and meaningful and alive, but shared. I cherish those early days at Ars Nova so much. There was this constant feeling that we were building something, building the plane as we flew it. But from the start, you and John encouraged me to follow my instincts even when the path wasn't clear. I'll never forget how nervous and excited I was to invite John to see Bridget do her first one-night-only show on 54th Street. There I was, sitting next to my boss, while Bridget was in her bra and panties, singing about her lady parts. And at the end of the show, I sheepishly turned to ask what John thought. And the look on his face was actually the look they would use years later to make the smile with big eyes emoji. And he said, "Jason, this is brilliant. What do you think happens next?" I can't think of another time in my life that filled me with as much confidence as John's words did in that crystallizing moment. That one boost fueled my success here, and Bridget's. Jenny, John, thank you for starting this journey. Thank you for letting me steer it. I'm indebted, and I love you so much. Your unwavering support has provided me the most profound creative opportunity of my life, and I'm deeply grateful for your belief in me. And I've never steered this alone. Ars Nova's board of directors are a team of absolute superheroes. Elisa Lessing. Woo! Thank you for your leadership and fierce belief in this mission. We've logged some serious hours together. Thank you and Scott for all you do for Ars Nova, especially for guiding us through this major transition with such grace. To the entire board, you've given Ars Nova so many treasures, but what you gave me, above all else, was room to take risks. It's never been about understanding every detail of every choice. It was about trusting the possibility behind it. And that trust is the foundation of everything we've built. Because of you, we've created a space where we don't have to fully understand what an artist is doing to believe in what they're reaching for. And that belief, that faith, gives artists the courage to take big swings, to stretch towards something new. So thank you all. And none of this would have been possible without an insanely talented, driven group of conspirators and true believers, people who said yes to ideas that had no business working, and then somehow helped make them work. I've been fortunate to have consequential partners along the way. Ramona Collier, Dickie DeBella, Andrew Kircher, Kim Rosenstock, Jeremy Blocker, Renee Blinkwalt, Casey York. Your work is seen. You helped this place thrive, and you made me look really good. I'm so grateful. And my artistic partner for 14 of my 21 years here, my dear, dear friend, Emily Schultz. Talk about a legend. Yes. Emily, everything Ars Nova becomes from this point forward is built on a cornerstone you helped lay, a bar you set so high, sacrifices you made, artists you championed. I'm forever grateful for your time, your expertise, your astounding partnership, and your friendship. To all the staff, past and present, thank you. Thank you for every time you said, let's try it, even when it was an electro-pop opera sliced out of War and Peace, a completely silent play, true story, and yes, it worked. An outsized immersive K-pop musical, a 24-hour streaming telethon at the start of a global pandemic, an oratorio in a stadium that we built, a Hellmouth that's been nominated for a Lortel Award last week. The list goes on and on. It's been a true joy to make art happen alongside all of you. From the start, this place has thrived because of your creativity, your resourcefulness, and your willingness to make magic happen with 2 pennies and a glue gun. You've blurred the lines between the office and the rehearsal room with your own artistry, and the work we've done together is better for it. In tough times, you've carried this place, and in every moment, you've made it extraordinary. I'm forever grateful for each of you, for your dedication, and for making this place feel like home. I'll always be available for an impromptu afternoon office dance party. They happen a lot. And of course, to the artists, the reason. You've filled Ars Nova with questions no one else was asking and answers no one expected. You've made weird our language. Ars Nova artists don't show up with finished products. They arrive to figure something out, with our encouragement to dream, to stumble, to keep trying to find it. Some of my favorite memories aren't actually the big opening nights, but the big, messy beginnings, the first drafts, the moment when something finally clicked, the late-night production meetings full of wild ideas and a huge bottle of Maker's Mark. That's the good stuff. That's the reason. And being part of those early moments, witnessing the spark before the world sees it, has been the great joy of this job. And helping build that spark into something unique where artists can discover themselves through the process has become the most important thing we do. So watching you take big swings, challenge every limit, and rise beyond expectations has been an honor, and I'm thankful for the chance to share in your creative journeys. The close bonds we've forged along the way, the friendships evident in the voices here tonight, are among the most meaningful gifts of my life. Thank you all, and may you continue to fulfill your artist dreams and make the world a better place. Anna and Andrew. I am in awe of you both. I finally understand what Jenny and John saw in me because I see it in you. Thank you for showing up at the perfect moment and with just the right touch. We've already been through a lot together, and you'll always have my support. In fact, tonight I want to assure you that I will make a point of hovering, popping up to whisper bad ideas that just might be great, and I'll be cheering you on while telling you long stories about how Emily and I used to do it. No, my deepest hope is that you'll keep dreaming, keep swinging, and always make room for the brilliant weirdos who need a place to begin. For everything you already are and everything you're about to become, write the next chapter with vision and heart. This Ars Nova community has meant the world to me, but I also want to take a minute to thank my family and friends who have stood by me from the very beginning. My time here has meant I wasn't always there for all of you as much as I wanted to be. Thank you for your unwavering love, unending laughs, and the encouragement and support that's always kept me going. I'm beyond lucky to have each of you here and in my life. And to my mom, who's here tonight. You were the first to truly celebrate me for who I am, fueling my passion for the arts and saving me from T-ball. You have instilled in me the work ethic that drives me to this day. Thank you so much, Mom. I love you. And finally, to the most important thank you of all, my partner, Zach. So, in that period between the first weekend on Fire Island and then becoming the couple, but before we were a couple, there's a famous night that we talk about a lot where I drunkenly declared, "Oh, wait, Zach Shaffer, oh, wait." It's a true story, and I still stand by it. But if anyone has done the waiting, it's been you. Ars Nova has consumed so much of my time and energy, and yet you've never wavered. Your endless love and your incredible patience have kept me going. You've never just stood by me, you've stood in this with me. You've helped me make the decisions that shape Ars Nova, and you've inspired me to become the person that I am today. There is no Ars Nova without you, and there is definitely no me without you. So over the years, I've realized this job isn't about building a nonprofit theater bigger and bigger and bigger. It's about fostering a community that builds a culture, a belief system, that the best art often starts as the strangest idea, that artists deserve time, care, and curiosity, that risk is not a liability, it's the point, and that belief needs protection. The forces that say, be safe, be sure, be proven, are very loud, but they don't make great theater. And they definitely don't make great change. So if what we've done together means anything, if the careers, the ideas, the impossible seeming shows that went on to change lives, if all of that means something, then it means Ars Nova has to keep going. It must remain that place for whoever's coming next, because they're out there, dreaming weird, wild, world-shifting things and waiting for a yes. To all of you, this community, thank you for believing in me, for believing in the artists, and for making these past nearly 22 years the most meaningful adventure of my life. Thank you.